This is WTOK News 11 Midday.
Hey, first ever, we are taking our entire show on the road.
We on the road, Lindsay.
And as you can probably guess, we're at the Neshoba County Fair.
Right, Mississippi's giant house party, and giant it is, Lindsay. This is my first year out here, and it is so many people, so many cabins. A great way to celebrate 70 years, and we can thank Pamper Bodies for being able to take this show on the road.
Yeah, our friends at Pamper Bodies making this special. We'll be talking about them throughout the show. We'll also be live at 5 and 6. We've got a lot coming up. We're going to be talking to both gubernatorial candidates. And man, this place was on fire about an hour ago.
Yes.
Both Tate Reeves and Brandon Presley, man, electrifying this crowd.
It was a lot going on, Lindsay. People were screaming, hollering, chanting for, their choice of candidate they wanted to choose. But we have a few interviews set up now, and we're going to talk to one of those governors. And Lindsay, is that right?
Yeah, we've got several interviews set up during this next half hour. We'll be joined by the Neshoba County Commissioner as well, the manager, Hattie Hicks, who is Miss Neshoba County Fair. Also, Aviana with the weather. I don't know what...
Lindsay, one thing I can tell you for sure right now, it is hot. I am sweating. I need my sunglasses, Lindsay. We slacking on that. But if you're headed out to the Neshoba County Fair, headed out in general throughout lunchtime, you definitely want to make sure that you are staying hydrated. The sun is blazing, and it is smoking hot out here right now.
Let's take a walk.
All right, Lindsay.
We want to thank Tim Irvin and Thomas Burton, who are behind the scenes here. They are absolutely sweating. We're going to take a walk through the crowd here and take a look. This is what life is like. I tell you, it is unbelievable.
And when I say so many people, so many cabins.
Let's visit with Kevin Cheatham.
Yes, sir.
First, he is the fair manager. That's a lot of work, Kevin, in 1 week. Thank you for joining us. Weather has held up and everything's been nice. It's hot, but that's the fair.
That's right. We've had a great week this week. The weather has been beautiful for us. It's hot on the political campaign as well at the fair. So having a great week here.
Some of these folks have been here for 7, 8, 9 days. We've got one more day. The fair closes down tomorrow night. This is your first time.
This is my first time.
What do you think?
And now I'm the interviewee. I think it is very fun to see a lot of people out here enjoying themselves. I didn't expect this. When I pulled up, I was in the car with Ross when we got here, and I was like, it is hot out here, Ross, and it is a lot of people out here. And Ross was telling me how people actually live in the cabins all week long. I did not know that. Very interesting. And it's set up so nice. And what I like about it most, Lindsay, is that every individual cabin is kind of decorated, and you can tell like they put their time and effort into kind of making it their own. And you can definitely see that. And we're going to show you some of those cabins later on in the show as we continue to kind of take our tour here through the Neshoba County Fair. Again, thanking Pamper Bodies for being able to take our show on the road.
Next door here.
We're going to just kind of visit around here and give you all a view of what's going on throughout the rest of the midday show. And when I tell you it's hot, so if you're headed out, make sure you're staying hydrated. Make sure that you are taking heed to no advisories in effect right now, but we're definitely feeling like we're in the 100s. So Lindsay, people are sweating, but people are still having a good time.
We're waiting on Brandon Presley right now, the Democratic gubernatorial candidate. We're also going to have Governor Tate Reeves on with us toward the bottom of this show, so hang on with that. I understand the Democratic gubernatorial candidate, Brad Presley, is here. There he is. Here we go. Let's get him over here. Here you go. Brandon Presley, the Democrat. We're on live television, sir. Thank you for joining us so much. And it was, first of all, just an electric, right here behind us at the pavilion. It was pretty electric out here today. Talk about this whole experience there.
Well, it's Mississippi's giant house party. I mean, if you're a politician, you better be at the Neshoba County Fair, and you better bring your A game. And I always love being here. I love being in the crowd. I love being at the fair.
There's just nothing like this anywhere, right?
Oh, there's not. You know, you go throughout the state. You got Jason up in the northeast corner where I'm from in northeast Mississippi, which is a big festival. But you know, this is really ground zero of Mississippi politics. I tell people, the Neshoba County Fair is to Mississippi politics what the Grand Ole Opry is to country music. It's where you go.
Great analogy. How many times are you going to eat lunch today? That's
Multiple times. Yeah, I hadn't eaten lunch yet. Yeah, but I'm going to make sure we make several stops. Got so many friends and supporters who got cabins throughout here, and I'm glad to stop in and see them, visit a little while.
Got about 30 seconds with you. What was your biggest message today to the folks?
Well, that it's time to end the corrupt career of Tate Reeves. We've got to have comprehensive ethics reform in Mississippi to clean up state government, and one of the ways we do that is electing a governor that will take on the system, will fight for the people of Mississippi, and clean out the corruption that's running rampant in state government. Tate hadn't had the guts to do that. I will.
Thank you, sir, for joining us. We appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Best of luck. Okay, we are going to step aside for a break. Aviana, if you'll come back and join me, you will be back up next
Yes,
with
sir.
our weather forecast, and there's some triple digits in it, isn't it?
Triple digits for into the week, but yes, Lindsay, it will be a hot. We're definitely feeling like we're in those triple digits now.
Stay tuned. More of News 11 Midday at the Neshoba County Fair, sponsored by Pepper Bodies. More coming up next. Stay with us. Welcome back into News 11 Midday, everyone. We're very proud and honored to have Governor Tate Reeves here with us today. Governor, thank you for taking time out of a hectic morning. Man, it was electric over here at the pavilion this morning.
Look, it's always fun at the Neshoba County Fair, but in an election year, the people show up from all over Mississippi, and for my opponent, they showed up from all over the country, I think. But we had a great time today, and it was really fun.
What was the biggest message you're trying to get across?
Well, Mississippi has momentum, and that this is Mississippi's time. We got the lowest unemployment rate in state history. We got more people working than any time in our state history. We're doing better in education than at any time in our state history. We've gone from 49th in fourth grade reading to 21st. We've gone from 50th in fourth grade math to 23rd. We're better than the rest of than over half of the states across the country. But we're not done. And that's the message I'm getting out. And look, my campaign for governor isn't about me. It's about us. It's about what we've done together. And my story is Mississippi's story, and I'm so proud to be a Mississippian.
Talk about just this experience at the fair. I mean, you as governor, but even not as governor, just coming here in this experience.
Well, I've been blessed in my life that I've been able to experience both as a candidate and long before that. I grew up in Florence, Mississippi, and I just happened to have someone live 2 doors down from me whose mom and dad were from Philadelphia. And so I came to the fair starting in the early 80s with them, had a blast, had a great time, and it's just special. But the fair is a lot like Mississippi. There's a lot of camaraderie, there's a lot of friendships, but you don't have to have a friend. If you walk by, there are people all over this fairgrounds that are offer you food, offer you drink, give you a glass of water, because they're just good people that love this great state.
I know you hadn't had time to eat lunch yet, but how many times are you going to eat lunch?
Well, one thing I know, I can see 40 or 50 cabins from here, and I can guarantee there's going to be a really good lunch at all 40 or 50 of them. But I'm looking forward to getting a little vegetables myself because I like them.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank
Governor
you so
Reeves,
much.
thank
Appreciate
you. Best
you.
luck
Thank
to
you.
you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, we still got plenty ahead here live from the Neshoba County Fair. Of course, Dietrich will also join us with weather, and we'd like to, of course, thank Pampered Bodies for their sponsorship.
And after the break, I'm going to be speaking with Sid Salter about some politics here in Mississippi and wondering what that's all about, so stay tuned. All right, everybody, welcome back into Live at 5 here at the Neshoba County Fair. Our live coverage is sponsored by Pampered Bodies, but now we're going to be talking with Sid Salter, a very popular political columnist here in the state. So, Sid, we're out here at the Neshoba County Fair, and I feel like the lifeblood of the fair leads back to politics.
Well, it certainly does. It's the state's preeminent political stump. This is a type of political information that people don't receive as much anymore because it's direct. It's kind of in your face, and this year was no exception. Yesterday's exchange between the two Republican lieutenant governor candidates, the incumbent Delbert Hosemann and the challenger Chris McDaniel, lived up to expectations. A lot of attendance for that. And then today, of course, incumbent Governor Tate Reeves and challenger Brandon Presley. And, of course, this was a raucous crowd on both sides. Both candidates had their supporters. But today, it had the look and feel of classic Neshoba County Fair political oratory.
So how much of an effect does this have on somebody's campaign?
Leaving Neshoba with momentum is usually important, more so in primary battles than in general election. There's time in a general election to tweak the narrative. But in the primary, which is just around the corner, it's important. And I think that's what people are looking for. Who left the fairgrounds with momentum?
And so you've been to several fairs and several political events. So when you leave here, have you ever had a political moment that has just stuck out to you?
There have been 3 debates in the history of the fair. I moderated 2 of them, so those debates obviously stick out in my mind. But probably the single 2 moments, Ronald Reagan's speech in 1980 and the Dick Malpass, Kirk Fordyce debate back in the 1990s. And so those moments stick out a great deal.
All right, well, thank you so much for being here, Sid. But this is not all. We've got so much more coming up in this show. Stay tuned for weather. Dietrich's going to be back at the studio to give you your latest look at the forecast. But after that, we're going to be sitting down with C. Scott Bounds. But we want to thank, once again, Pampered Bodies for sponsoring this live newscast out at Neshoba County Fair. But stay tuned after the break.
Welcome back from the break. I'm Patrick Talbot, and we've got a scorcher of a day out here on the horse track in the Neshoba County Fair. And one of the events that people most enjoy when they come out to the Neshoba County Fair is the horse racing. But just how safe for the horses is the horse racing out here at the Neshoba County Fair? Eve Hernandez has more on the horse racing hell, featuring a Neshoba County Fair fan favorite horse.
The harness and running horse races take place here at the Neshoba County Fair every single year, and they draw large crowds with it year in and year out.
All right, everybody, we want to welcome you back here into the 6 o'clock show here at the Neshoba County Fair, sponsored by Pampered Bodies. Lindsay, it's been great.
Oh, it's been great. We want to thank everybody for the hospitality here. The band Mustache, one of Thomas Burton's favorite, warming up tonight. They're going to be the entertainment. It was a spectacular day. It's always more exciting when there are big races and they don't get any bigger draws than Lieutenant Governor and Governor, and you were here for both.
Yeah, that's the two of the biggest races of the state. So there was a ton of people here all week long just learning more about their candidates.
Well, this Mississippi's Giant House Party, it lives up to it. Year number 134. It's hard to believe that's going on. You still got time to enjoy it. They'll be going on to about 12 tonight. And then there's another full day of activities tomorrow.
Fireworks.
We'll conclude with, fireworks, harness racing. It's just amazing what goes on. And have you noticed? It's below 100 degrees now.
Well, we're actually able to not stand here and just absolutely sweat. But once again, if you come back out here, bring a water bottle, maybe bring some fans, paper towels just to wipe the sweat off. But, I mean, you can't beat the Neshoba County Fair.
Well, it's been so fun here today again. C. Scott Bounds and Kevin Cheatham and all the folks.
Sid Salter, an incredible interview.
With the Fair Commission have hosted us. It's just an unbelievable sight here. And I tell you what, I don't mind taking a stroll and maybe find some dinner somewhere.
Let's
Thank
go find
again
some dinner. Yeah,
for
Pampered
Bodies for our sponsorship. We're going to go find some dinner.
Walk away.
Thanks, everyone.
Y'all have a wonderful night.